They are rich. They are free. They are location independent. They can do whatever they want with their lives. Travel to the most incredible and remote places, sit by the beach, sip on expensive wine, their laptops leisurely placed on their laps. They are digital nomads.
Whoa, hang on a second. Is that what you really think the digital nomad lifestyle looks like? Or at least what you think it should look like? Well, you're not entirely wrong, but my boyfriend Greg and I have been living nomadically for about 1.5 years now, and in this video I want to clean up a bit with the term digital nomad and location independence. And if you're thinking about taking your life on the road, you should definitely watch this video. First of all, location independence and the digital nomad lifestyle are not necessarily the same thing. You can be entirely location independent and not work at all. For example, in the unlikely case that you have so much money that you don't need to be working again ever. But then you can also have a job that is location independent because it entails a digital service, but your personal life requires you to be in a certain place. A good example for that would be kids, but then again you can also have kids and travel full-time and be location independent. Location independence is a lifestyle choice. About 1.5 years ago, my boyfriend Greg and I decided to leave our house in Alicante, Spain, and not to rent an apartment again for a while. We wanted to live life on the road, which we'd done before, but this time it turned out to last a little bit longer. Having no place to come back to, no pets to feed, and no office to show up to is incredibly liberating for us. But certainly not for everyone. If you're serious about change, about making your life location independent, then there's a couple of questions that you might want to ask yourself first. 1, what is it that I'm unhappy with and why? Is it a relationship? Is it my old job? Is it the suburb that I've been living in for way too long? If that's the case, then change it. But be aware that quitting a job, leaving a partner, or canceling a rental agreement, these are decisions that you probably can't undo afterwards. I'm not saying that you can't try out the digital nomad lifestyle for yourself just for a couple of months and then return, but it is definitely harder, and these are decisions that you make and you can't undo. Are you adventure or comfort? The location-independent lifestyle is not comfortable. Of course, you can create comfort in whatever place you find yourself. You can bring your personal belongings, possibly buy the groceries you are used to from home. You can call your friends and family once in a while. But it is very, very difficult to make a temporary base a home. Making money on the road. Like you guys all know, there are certain jobs that can be done from anywhere in the world, and these are the jobs that you want to be looking for when you want to turn your travel hobby into a business. I've done a separate video about location independent jobs, so feel free to check that one out. I will link it up there. Of course, this depends on how frequently you want to travel when you live the location independent lifestyle. But it can be quite challenging to stay on top of work if you're not surrounded by a regular office environment. Of course, it always looks amazing and awesome to sit by the pool, the laptop on your lap, but that's realistically not where you're going to be working. The sun is way too bright and the Wi-Fi and electricity are usually too far away from the pool. One more thing to take into account on the business side of things is where you're officially going to be based. No matter if you run your own business or if you're still employed somewhere, you need an address that you can get mail to. And ideally that would be a friend's or family house somewhere in your home country. Which brings me to my next point. One of the biggest challenges when living the location independent lifestyle is to have or not to have a social life. Traveling with your partner like Greg and I do is amazing because you have each other, you can talk to each other, you can support each other in this lifestyle, and you learn things about each other that you probably wouldn't learn about each other at home. But this doesn't replace friends and family. The further away from home you travel, the less often you will get to see your family and old friends. The more frequently, the more often you travel, the more difficult it gets to establish new relationships that go beyond the point of meeting someone for the first time. I personally have met some of my best friends traveling, and it's amazing because they know you, they know your passion, they share your passion, and you don't have to explain your lifestyle to them. But when living location independent and traveling all the time, these relationships, these friendships are rare. One last thing I'd rather not talk about, but it's important: health insurance. Whether your health insurance covers you internationally or not depends on your country of residence and your health insurance provider. But it's highly unlikely that it covers you internationally, worldwide, at no extra cost. Special health insurance providers like Safety Wings and World Nomads have great deals for digital nomads, but one thing to know is that they do not cover you in your own country. So I decided to bite the bullet and stay with my slightly more expensive governmental German healthcare plan, because the German healthcare system is really good, and it does cover me internationally, worldwide, and within Europe for a period of 2 months. So as long as I return to Germany every 2 months, I'm good. For longer trips, I do have to sign up to an additional healthcare package, and that obviously comes with additional costs. I do have a longer trip coming up this year, which is really exciting, and I am going to touch on that in one of my next videos, so definitely stay tuned for that if you want to know where I'm going. But after all this, there's one thing I want to say: I absolutely love this lifestyle, and I wouldn't want to change it for the world. Waking up in a new location every other day is extremely refreshing and liberating, and if you're serious about making your life location independent, you should go ahead 100%. If you're not serious about it or just not sure at this stage of your life, that's absolutely fine as well. You can follow my journey and my lifestyle by subscribing to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of the next videos.